Hi, I'm Jan. And I'm Ronnie. And we're designing dishes. Today on Designing Dishes, we're going to be making bananas Foster for dessert. It's one of our family's favorite recipes, and this is one recipe we've used year after year for holiday parties, and I think you're going to find that it's really simple and really great. I like to use a copper pan. It's a great conductor of heat. You do not have to use a copper pan as long as it's a heavy gauge pan. I think you will see this will turn out exactly the same. I think one thing you do have to remember is that I'm going to be using, and I have this on a low heat, unsalted butter. I'm using 2 sticks. Ooh, a little bit hot, but that's okay. I'm going to turn it down real low. Do not skimp on this at all. It's very important to use butter. It helps with flavor, and it's important that you use this correct amount because it will help the bananas Foster be absolutely delicious. Our butter has completely melted, and now we're ready to add the next ingredients for our bananas Foster. Next up is 1 pound of light brown sugar. I'm going to put it into the pan. You might think that's a lot of brown sugar, but it's going to actually melt into this butter, and you'll find it's going to have a nice consistency as we start stirring. I think one little secret to this section, or this part that I'm talking about, is that as it's starting to cook, I have it on a medium heat. If you see that it starts to caramelize a little, next step would be to put in a small amount of orange juice, just so that it does not completely caramelize. As you can see from the pan, it's starting to mix up very nicely. And after this has melted and started to cook, the next step will be adding our bananas and Grand Marnier. Well, our sugar, brown sugar and butter has come to a nice color. You can see that, a nice mixture. I did add about a tablespoon of orange juice so that I could keep it from caramelizing. I'm ready to add 5 bananas that I have sliced lengthwise, as you can see, and I have put a little bit of orange juice into the bananas so that the acidity will help the banana stay from not turn brown. At this point, I'm using a low-medium heat, stirring in the bananas. Stir them very gently. You don't want the bananas to fall apart. That's another reason I like to cut the bananas lengthwise. It keeps them together a little bit easier. Cooking, I think for about 5 minutes total will dissolve the brown sugar. We're getting to the point that it's looking great. You are absolutely going to love this dish. I think a couple more minutes and we'll be ready to add our liqueur, and guess what? It'll be time to put over the ice cream. Our bananas Foster has now cooked for about 5 minutes. Nice creamy texture, perfect. Going to add the Grand Marnier. Ooh, great! I love it. It's boiling just a little. Guess what? We're ready to put it over the ice cream.
When Jan and I serve dessert at a dinner party, we like to serve it buffet style. Guests can help themselves take as much or as little as they want. And we usually feature one item that we've made homemade from scratch, and then a few other items that we've purchased. Today, we've purchased strawberries and chocolates. And we've made a dip out of sour cream and brown sugar. It's basically a cup of sour cream and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Make it about an hour ahead of time so the sugar dissolves in the sour cream. and you have a wonderful dip for those nice red strawberries. Now back to the Bananas Foster. This is our Bananas Foster mixture, and what we really want you to know our secret is here is we have put the ice cream in the glasses ahead of time. We put them in the freezer so the ice cream can freeze real solid. That way we don't have to scoop up ice cream at the end of the dinner party. You can see the Bananas Foster looks beautiful. I love that caramel color that's in those bananas.
Right.
And I think that's our dessert feature.
It sure is. So from Jan and Ronnie, we're the designing dishes. Join us again.